guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 1 of a 2-part video. I will quickly go through questions 1 to 25. Most of the items in this section are repeated, and I had already covered them in previous videos on discrete items, so I won't be spending a long time on them. However, I will explain the new items, so let's dive right into this video. Okay, now let's look at items 1 to 5, instructions. Each sentence has either 1 or 2 words missing. Choose from the 4 options the word or pair of words which best complete the meaning of the sentence. Mark your choice on the answer sheet. Question 1. Despite his short temper, his willingness to give of his wealth to help others succeed led people to call him benevolent. The answer is C. Number 2 is also a repeated item. It says the journalists were impressed by the dash of the statesman whose speeches had a profound dash on all who heard them. So for this item we had selected A, eloquence and effect. Number 3. The new owners will be asked to start a plan as soon as possible and will be expected to dash the policy of cost reduction approved by the board. The answer options are A, state, B, develop, C, frustrate, or D, implement. State means to say or to express. Develop means to invent. Frustrate means to spoil, to block, or to stop. And implement means to carry out or to apply. The option that we would select is D, implement, so we can substitute carry out or apply for implement, and it would read, the new owners will be asked to start the plan as soon as possible and will be asked to carry out or apply the policy of cost reduction approved by the board. Question 4. Although it is possible to move the house, the cost of moving it makes the project dash. Is it A, popular, B, impractical, C, worthwhile, or D, inconsiderate? Popular means liked or approved. Impractical means unrealistic or silly. Worthwhile means valuable, and inconsiderate means selfish. The most suitable answer would be B, impractical. Number 5 is another repeated item. To conceal his true activities, the spy quickly dashed a plausible excuse for his presence there. The answer for this one is D, fabricated. Items 6 to 10, instructions. Each sentence in this section has 1 underlined word or phrase. Choose from the 4 suggested answers the word which is closest to opposite in meaning to the underlined word. Question 6. She seems to be sensitive to the feelings of others. This question is another repeated item, and the answer is C, unaffected by. And praise be to God, number 7 is also repeated. Many teenagers and even some parents do not agree with the level of restrictiveness in today's society. And if it's not restrictive, then it's permissive. So your answer is A, permissiveness. Question 8. He was eager to share the news with his friends. And the answer is B, reluctant. Question 9. The president of the Students' Association never mentioned the treasurer's integrity. Is it A, skill, B, loyalty, C, inability, or D, dishonesty? If you are not a person of integrity, it means that you are dishonest. So the answer is D, dishonesty. Question 10. While the employees approved of his work habits, they objected his radical views. This item is another question that we had gone through, and the answer that we had selected was D, conventional. Items 11 to 15. Instructions. Revise each of the following sentences according to the directions that follow it. Do not change the meaning of the original sentence. Look at the options A, B, C, and D for the word or phrase that best suits the revised sentence, and mark your choice on your answer sheet. This section is the part that many students do not like, but you were very lucky to have some of the items being repeated. The new items were fairly simple and they were not very difficult to understand. Number 11. People from crowded nations cannot get over the accessibility of Canada's natural environment in all its magnificence. Begin the sentence with "it is impossible for," and since we have already gone through this one, we're just going to select the answer, and the answer is B, to get over. Question 12. On learning of the impending hurricane, many persons rushed to the supermarket. Begin the sentence with "many persons rushed." So many persons rushed, but rushed where? To the supermarket. So many persons rushed to the supermarket. The final part of the sentence that we need to focus on is on learning of the impending hurricane. Unlearning tells us of a particular time, so we would replace unlearning with when they learned. So the sentence should read, many persons rushed to the supermarket when they learned of the impending hurricane. Number 13, we have seen before. More is experienced in one day of life of a learned man than an ignorant man experiences in his whole lifetime. Begin the sentence with "a learned man." So a learned man experiences more in one day than an ignorant man experiences in his whole lifetime. Question 14. During my time at school, I was involved in extracurricular activities. Begin the sentence with "I was involved in." So would we select A, on staying, B, while I was, C, for my stay, or D, when staying? So I was involved in what? I was involved in extracurricular activities. When? While I was at school. Number 15. It's going to be all right, Mom assured me. Begin the sentence with "Mom assured me that." Should we include A, it was, B, there, C, simply, or D, only just? So Mom assured me that it was going to be all right. Moving on to items 16 to 20. Instructions. In the following sentences, one of the underlined word is misspelled. Choose from the four options A, B, C, the word that is misspelled. If no word is misspelled, choose D. You can always go ahead and check out the spelling error videos that I did. These items are included. Item 16, she was one of the thousands of babies who were diagnosed with cancer. The answer is D. There is no error in this sentence. Question 17. The secretary made up a calendar of events, but there was not enough stationery to give each member a copy. The error is at B. Callendar is spelled Calendar. Question 18. When the museum purchased his painting, the artist received many compliments. The error is at C. The complement that we need is spelled COMPLIMENTS, and this one means praise or commendation. Number 19. After embarrassing his colleague, his conscience bothered him and he eventually apologized. The answer is D. No error. Question 20. It is my privilege to give you some advice concerning proper nutrition. The error is at B. In this sentence, we would need a noun and not a verb. Items 21 to 25. Instructions. Each sentence in this section is followed by 4 sentences, A, B, C, and D. Choose the one nearest in meaning to the original sentence. Most of the items in this section I have already gone through, so what I'll do is just read the original sentence and give you the equivalent. Question 21. So engrossed was he in his task that he did not hear his sister enter the room. The equivalent sentence is D. He was preoccupied with what he was doing that he was unaware of his sister's entry. Question 22. The news shocked me so much that I almost forgot what I wanted to say. The sentence which is closest in meaning to the original sentence is B. I could hardly remember my message after such shocking news. Question 23. Recent floods have made the roads impassable. The sentence nearest in meaning to the original sentence is C. The roads cannot be used as a result of the floods. Question 24. The Europeans who were not well off were those who came to the West Indies in search of wealth. The sentence closest in meaning to the original sentence is D. Europeans who came to the West Indies to seek their fortunes were the ones who were not wealthy. Question 25. Water pollution is a common problem because people thoughtlessly dump their garbage in water courses. The sentence closest to the original is C. Water pollution takes place because people negligently dump their garbage in water courses. Okay guys, so that's it for the discrete items. Look out for part 2 where I'll focus on the comprehension items. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment down below and subscribe. Take care.